Another wild statement has been made. This time, we go over to Will Ospreay. So, Will Ospreay, I don't really have a criticism with this. I just thought it was more so funny. He was talking with Chris Van Vliet on the Chris Van Vliet podcast, and he was asked specifically about him getting criticized. They were talking about a spot where he got tombstone on some steps and kicked out. So tombstone on steps, and he kicked out of that. And he went into depth about why he thinks he got the criticism. Let's hear what he has to say.
We're often like, if people are popping off about it, sweet, you're talking about it.
Do you think it's unfair? Like if a similar type of spot happens in WWE, people don't seem to be as critical?
No, but then like if I'd have gone there, they'd be fucking wanking into fucking tissues over me. Like, do you know what I mean? But it's the same. Do you know what I mean? That's why you have to separate it. Otherwise, you drive yourself insane.
Yeah.
And I just think I think if you have something that like my wrestling is my passion, it's my job most importantly. But like if you have something that you're passionate about, you really don't care about what people are saying who have never impacted your career in your entire life. Like none of those people. Like once upon a time, they were like big hits. Anyone that's ever complained about AEW, like the grifters or whatever they're called, I don't know if that's the right term. That's what everyone says. But like, even if they say something, it's like they're not impacting our show. We're the second most profitable wrestling company of all time. Like that's not talked about enough, and everyone wants to like dig on it. And I get it. Like there's things that we could generally improve on. Like, and I think it's fair to listen to some criticism. But like for me, I don't lose sleep over anyone trying to tell me how to wrestle, because now, like, from being like, look at me, I'm a fucking idiot.
But yeah, there you have it. So Will Ospreay says if he was in WWE, we wouldn't criticize him as hard. And I guess by we, I mean as a community, we're always shitting on his spots. But I just thought it was funny that he said, you know, you'd be wanking over me if I was over there.
Into tissues.
I
don't know about all that.
I don't know. AJ Styles is in WWE. He gets criticized. And more specifically, the spot he was talking about was getting tombstone on some steps and then kicking you out of two.
Yeah. Well, I had an issue with the Alabama Slam on the steel steps from McIntyre. That wasn't the finish.
Yeah. And Kevin Owens getting, well, just that
Everything.
whole match.
Yeah.
The half and half suplex on the chair.
And the barbed wire chair.
Yeah. I don't think it's unfair criticism, but I don't think it just happens in AEW. It happens in WWE too.
I think
there's a ridiculous spot.
Ricochet would be a more fair comparison. He got shat on.
He did. Again, it's just the spots.
Ospreay's overlooking the fact that we might be wanking off in our tissues, but he'll just be in the bottom of the card.
In WWE? I mean, I think he'd be at the top, just off of name value.
They have name value.
They do, but he's a big name, especially being from AEW.
That's all they do is sign big names.
They do. But look at the top of their card right now. Cody Rhodes, AEW.
Cody Rhodes. Well, hold on. Cody Rhodes, WWE.
No, he left WWE.
He still started in WWE. He's a WWE guy.
But he had to leave to come back.
Okay, but he's still a WWE guy.
What did he say from the documentary? That Vince flew out to his house when he was going to re-sign him, and he was like, I want this. I'm buying, Cody Rhodes from AEW. That's what I want.
That's fine, but Cody Rhodes is still a WWE product.
I don't know.
Everything Cody Rhodes knows is WWE trained.
He left, though. He had to leave.
The character might be Cody Rhodes's, but everything else is WWE. The way he wrestles, the way he does promos, everything. He is WWE.
Okay, well, we're going to have to agree to disagree, as they can say. Randy Orton is a WWE guy, but yes. Cody Rhodes, no. He had to leave to get to the top of the card. He'd be in the mid-card still, or he'd be probably no better than Dolph Ziggler was, had he not left.
Maybe.
Oh, Penta, Ricky Starks, Jade Cargill. They're picking these people, not changing too much about their character and putting them in the bigger production. So, if Will Ospreay did move over to WWE, I think they would keep his name value of what he's already built.
And he would just be Ricochet.
I think he'd be at the top. But let us know in the comments.
And by the way, Cody Rhodes, the character, isn't Cody Rhodes from AEW. He honed that in Ring of Honor in New Japan. So that's not even an accurate statement. And Jade Cargill was a basketball star.
Cody Rhodes, wow, that was happening in New Japan.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that was AEW.
Okay.
I mean,
so the whoa.
that's what he is now.
Okay.
You know that's what he is now. And he even said that's what Vince told him. That's what I bought.
I'm not disagreeing with that. But what I'm saying is that he's still a WWE guy. His WWE career is what carried him to AEW.
It is, but he became bigger because he left WWE. So then that would make him not
True.
a WWE guy. But if it wasn't for AEW, okay, let's take AEW out of it. If it wasn't,
Do you think Drew McIntyre's a WWE guy?
yes, but that's the same situation. He had to leave. And when he was 3-man band, that's not what they wanted. And then he had to go off to TNA. He got himself swollen. He created this new character. Then he came back.
But he's a WWE guy,
He is a WWE guy.
just like Cody Rhodes.
But the point is, he went away, created something, and then they brought that back. Like when he came back, he wasn't 3-man banding. He came back with what he had created. So
Okay.
essentially, they took.
But he's still a WWE guy.
But they took. Cody is freaking AEW.
He is WWE. Again, that Cody Rhodes character was not even from AEW. That was before that. He was doing that in Ring of Honor in New Japan.
Maybe some of it, but he wasn't wooing.
He had the hair, and then Ring of Honor, I think he wore an actual ring instead of the championship belt.
Okay, but like the whole presentation, Tony Khan created it, and
No, he didn't.
Tony Khan got it right, and they had to take it,
Okay.
and WWE had to steal it, just like they had to steal Jade Cargill.
Now you're just drunk again.
They had to steal Penta. It's okay. We can admit that AEW can start something, they just can't finish it, and that's what happened.
First of all, Penta was a veteran.
But we didn't.
The only claim you can say is maybe Jade Cargill. You can say Action Andretti.
No, I mean he hasn't made it to WWE. We'll see. Ricky Starks. Oh, he's Ricky Saints now, but they took his gimmick from AEW.
Which was his gimmick from NWA.
I don't know. But let us know what you think. I don't even know what the initial thing was, but let us know what you think about it in the comments below.